started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Navy's offense going to get the chance to start this game off. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
The short hands, it's McLaurin. Smashes ahead. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. They went up top to pick up the last first down. Let's see what they have here. Give to the fullback. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Now on second down. Motion from the back. The give to the fullback. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. They'll power it inside with the fullback. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. Looking to throw, it's Bryant. Fires left. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. Navy lifts anchor in the red zone. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Reading the option, it's Bryant. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. And this one splits the uprights. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense comes out first time they've had the ball today. They'll go to the ground. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. And what a performance. An aerial show from this guy in the last game. And he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out. Just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. Sends it back in motion. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Give to the fullback. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Navy needs to come up with a big play on third and long. play action. Fires to the wideout. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll send the back in motion. On the option. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. The midshipman looking for a chunk play on 3rd and long. Running back searching for a hole. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal.
Coming up, 4th down.
It's good. Easy call for the refs. That'll give them an early 6-0 lead. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Leaves it with the running back. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
We've reached the break, and Navy holds the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. So first down here as they go back to work. Dropping back, it's Hebert. Makes the catch, it's Jackson. And they pick up just a few on that completion. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Back to pass. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Turning it on. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Boy, and the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Now, a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Navy will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. He breaks a tackle.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. And the pass is incomplete here on 3rd down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out.
Hold.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. And now let's see what they come up with on third down after that incompletion. Looking downfield, it's Hebert. He's got his man. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The RPO fired complete to the left. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown! They'll start this drive with a pass. Under fire. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Navy will try to fight its way out of this hole here on second down. Grab behind the line. It's McLaurin. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Lining up to convert third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Navy will have to punt it away.
Fourth down coming up.
A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Everybody talks about getting off to a great start, but if you start building steam, David, that can work too.
No doubt, man, and sometimes it snowballs. But what do great teams do? Great teams respond. Struggled the first quarter, Palmer. They've done a great job rebounding and putting some points on the board.
You're right. I think they've started to identify the matchups that are in their favor. On this drive, they need to keep attacking, taking advantage of those matchups.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Behind the chains now on second and long. He'll take the deep shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw again. Got it in the middle. It's Williams. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. Looking downfield, it's Hebert. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Notre Dame facing a third and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Throws to the wideout. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And the extra point puts up 21-6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll keep it himself. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Rushes on him. Finds his man. It's McLaurin. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Quarterback on the keeper. Breaks gets into the open. The Mids are always going to have a threat to run it at quarterback, whether it's Ricky Dobbs or Kaipo Noah, Kaheako, and Hana.
God bless you. Yeah, and as a Navy quarterback, leading those guys in history, just got to make great decisions, but you got to make them fast, and you got to make them often when you run the option play after play.
Now on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this. Assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
He did not make it a stone wall on third down. Navy will have to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because...
Oh, a lot of space. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime.
And that's good enough for first down.
Unloads to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. So now it's second and long. To the air, it's Hebert. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
I got to tell you...
Navy will kick it deep to get the second half underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Here's a heat. Blasted as he lets it go. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Looking to fire. Quick completion on the out route. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them lean in one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking for a deep man. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll run the option. Powers through the defender. And he slips the first defender and picks up a handful of yards. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. They make the stop, but not before he picks up a 1st down for Navy. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. He'll do it himself. Made a defender miss. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. They'll run the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. On the ground. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stopped short of the goal line. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. The distance is no problem, but this angle from the left can test you. Never a doubt. It's our force to settle for the field goal.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for the squad.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here come the Irish, back on offense. The give to the back.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. The give. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. He's up to 90 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here, and this guy, David, has shown up today.
And it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up.
Touchdown, Irish! And the punishment has been extended. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Navy will try to fight its way out of this hole here on 2nd down. On the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled.
He lobs one high down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the 1st down. The play-action fake. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright, and you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Dropping back, it's Bryant. Gets it out quickly. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They'll try the run. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Looking to throw on first down. They'll run the screen. At the 40, there he goes. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. He now has 111 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. Pulls and fires complete. And he gets it out past the sticks, and Notre Dame will have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Floats it out in space. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Power football with the run. Can't get him to the ground.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given them a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Running with the fullback. There he goes. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. To the air. It's Bryant. Quick strike complete. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Extra blockers on the field. Offense goes full house. Here comes the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Navy now facing 3rd and short. Goes to the option. Quick toss. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Might as well give it to him again. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And they pick up just 1. It'll be 3rd and 9. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. They'll try to convert on 4th and long after giving up that big sack. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Showing the arm strength to the left. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Irish facing quite a challenge here on 3rd and a mile. Looking for a man. It's Hebert. Throws toward the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs him for a touchdown and the blowout. The option look. Past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Wants to go up top on first down. Firing to the right, complete. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Grab near the marker. It's Clayton. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Need. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. Catch in the middle. It's Carrion. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub.